Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Operation Freedom Briefings. The goal of these briefings in my weekly radio show, Operation Freedom, which airs out of the People's Republic of Ann Arbor on Wham Talk 1600 every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern, and can be streamed live at davejanda.com, is to provide you information the bought-off lamestream fake media will never touch. Look, the topic of today's presentation is the government shutdown and the storm. Okay. Do you really think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden this government shutdown happened right when the storm was gathering a fair amount of steam? Yeah, I don't believe in coincidences either. Now look. You have to at least find it odd that as all of a sudden there started to be discussion of this memo between the dossier, which was fraudulently created by the Clinton campaign, paid for by the Clinton campaign, with the help of some other nefarious players, Fusion GPS, for example. It was all of a sudden determined that this dossier, and it appears that Congress is going to release this information in the near future, but the shutdown's holding this up, was then utilized to get those FISA warrants to surveil Trump and his transition team. But I believe, based on information we've put forward through Operation Freedom on our platform with General Tom McInerney, that in fact the Obama administration had been doing long before that, had been surveilling illegally, not just Trump, his transition team, but you and me. And millions of Americans for many, many months. They created a platform called The Hammer, overseen by Obama and probably his handler, Valerie Jarrett, and we know Brennan, the head of the CIA, and Clapper, the director of national intelligence. They hired a guy, Dennis Montgomery, to create that. And to obtain emails, phone calls, internet activities, financial transactions on every person in our country, but in particular, they targeted certain individuals, of which Trump and his transition team were in that targeting group. But they needed cover for that, so they created this fake dossier, Russian dossier, that was then used to get FISA warrants to try to cover their tracks on what they did previously with the Hammer. That will come out. I believe it will come out. Interesting, though. Just as this memo starts to gain steam in Congress, government shutdown. Also, the Inspector General report of the Department of Justice was submitted on January 12th at 6 p.m., submitted to Nunes, the head of the House Intelligence Committee, Goodlate, the head of the House Judiciary Committee, and I believe Senator Grassley, the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee. It was handed over. Chad Pergram, a reporter on Capitol Hill, documented that. A 1,200,000 page document from the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, who you're going to hear a lot from, was handed over. And I believe this document will open up the Hillary Clinton email issues. It will open up the Uranium One issues. It will open up the collusion between the Department of Justice and the FBI to overturn the election results of November 2016. It's huge. And it's probably going to open up Pandora's box when it comes to events prior to that of how Eric Holder, former Attorney General Loretta Lynch, suppressed the inspector generals from investigating malfeasance and corruption and criminality within the government and every agency. It's huge. So it is not a coincidence that this government shutdown happened, because the Horowitz report, 1,200,000 pages, is currently being gone through by analysts in Congress. Look, that report reinforces the memo about the Russian dossier. And in fact, I believe it was the power booster behind Congress, folks in Congress such as Nunes, to have the courage to step forward, because they had this 1,200,000 page document in support of what they were going to come forward with. Remember, this memo was based on a testimony reportedly that Glenn Simpson, the head of Fusion GPS, gave in November of 2017. Yeah, but what changed between November and last week was Congress now had the Inspector General's report. And in fact, that Inspector General's report is continuing to provide ammunition to bring down the globalist syndicate. Look, on January 21st, it was reported, not through the mainstream fake media, but Zero Hedge reported, FBI loses 5 months of text messages between Strzok and his squeeze, Lisa Page, another attorney at the FBI, both of whom were integral in getting that fake dossier to the FISA court. So FBI loses 5 months of text messages between anti-Trump agents. Blames glitch. Oh, we lost them. They can't be found. Well, enter Michael Horowitz and the Inspector General. Just 1 day later, January 22nd. Who's lying? FBI says 5 months of texts are lost, yet Inspector General of the Department of Justice, Horowitz, says his office received them in August of 2017 from Zero Hedge. The lost text messages are in direct contradiction to a December 13, 2017 letter from the Department of Justice's internal watchdog, Inspector General Michael Horowitz, in which he claims he received the texts in question on August 10, 2017, that were included in the Inspector General report that Congress now has. Do you also find it coincidence the government shutdown happened very soon after President Trump issued an executive order? Right, December 21st, 2017, that the lamestream fake media refuses to report, where Trump targeted human traffickers and anyone abused in human rights and anyone abused in the criminality of the United States of America, of taking down the United States of America through criminal acts. He instituted a national emergency, which means he can mobilize the military and every federal law enforcement agency against the perpetrators of these crimes. So, we have the memo coming out. We have the Inspector General report that hit Congress. We have the Trump executive order, and all of a sudden, a government shutdown. Well, guess what? They're circling the wagons. They're trying to buy some time. But you know what? It's not going to work. There is no way. The storm is going to take them out. It's taking them out. They are panicked. You know, we have an interview coming up on our platform, DaveJanda.com, in our Insider Insight segment with Bill Binney. Bill is one of the most courageous, patriotic Americans in our history. Bill was an NSA whistleblower. He blew it all open that the NSA, from long ago, has been involved in many Americans' business. And in particular, in this interview, Bill talks about the link between the NSA and the violation of your Fourth Amendment rights, and how the Obama administration just put it up on steroids of how they were surveilling all of us. Bill also talks about the link between Seth Rich and Julian Assange. Bill has documentation that was not a Russian hack of the DNC servers. It was a download that occurred internally. Groundbreaking information in that interview. In addition, Bill was asked to meet with the director of the CIA, Pompeo, and Bill talks about what happened at that meeting. You're going to get that from no other source. I hope you join us at DaveJanda.com. We will have that interview posted with Bill Binney this coming Thursday. Folks, you can listen to our radio show every Sunday. You can stream it live off DaveJanda.com, Operation Freedom, 2 to 5 Eastern. We have a tremendous amount of free content on DaveJanda.com, but we also have a subscription service, $9 a month, less than a Costco pizza. $9. The Bill Binney interview is worth 5 years of subscription costs. $9 a month. Come join us. I hope you will join us. We provide great information the bought-off lamestream fake media will never provide. Until next time, this is Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail.